Beats by Hype.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back for another week of Just a Fan Podcast.
Awesome.
All right, so we hope that you all have enjoyed your holidays. Well, still some holidays going on, but anyway, we're back Tuesday, December 27th, a little bit after 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I am the NFL Encyclopedia, the Wildcat quarterback, one quarter host of this thing, Coach Williams, right there. That's right. That way, the defensive hunter, the middle linebacker, knows all the signals and stuff, can drop back into Tampa 2 zone. Pando 316 right, baby. Yay, yay.
I lost in my fantasy playoffs, and I hate the Colts.
Oh,
I
you
hate
be
the
all right.
Hey
Colts.
man,
Fine.
me and you both, man.
I hate the Colts.
Awesome.
Anyway,
No, it's not awesome. It's not awesome at all.
what I say?
Awesome.
And then down below, ladies and gentlemen, it's the return.
Live from the thermostat. He got off the pole so he could get on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up
666.
for 666. I'm sorry,
Don't-
that's your stage name. I'm sorry.
Don't slander me like that.
Steve White, wide receiver, Morgan State University. And guess what? Do not adjust your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Four Horsemen is
Brandon is hype.
What is happening?
Chris is like, what did I come into right now?
He had too much. He had too many Christmas cookies. He had too much sugar.
Too much eggnog.
Spike
Man,
eggnog.
it's the Jamaican God himself, the quarterback that runs this entire thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Trish TV was good.
What's going on? I got some time in between doing this game to be able to be on here.
Time today. He got time today, baby.
Bet. Let's get
All
into
right,
it.
into it.
Let's jump into it. All right. So, breaking news. I believe yesterday, out of Denver, Colorado, Nathaniel Hackett was fired. He is the fifth head coach since 1970 to be fired. Not finishing his first season, joining the likes of 2007 Bobby Petrino, last year's Urban Meyer, Lou Holtz, and there was another head coach, but I don't care who it was. So anyway,
Doesn't matter. That's all I'm about to say. Doesn't matter. But continue.
what's up, Jay? So anyway, let's start with Tristan. Go ahead.
I mean, it was a firing that had to happen. I'm not going to put it solely on him as the blame for it all, but as the head coach, it had to happen. I mean, your team. I think the nail in the coffin was watching this past weekend, because your team, you really watched the team quit on their coach. Like, you just kind of flat out quit. You can say they kind of either quit on the coach or they quit on the quarterback. Either way, that team quit. And but it's not all Nathaniel Hackett. I think if anything, Nathaniel Hackett is guilty of just being overwhelmed by the moment and opportunity. Like, he was not supposed to be the guy for that job. And that's what happens. Like, he just wasn't supposed to be the guy for that job. It was in over his head. You cannot have a team, and this is for any franchise in sports, period. You cannot have a team that has those kind of expectations and put a rookie coach on that team. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
do it.
No.
It's just they're going to crumble under that pressure. It's just that's what it is. This was a team that people were saying they were a quarterback away from a Super Bowl, and you thought that having Russell Wilson go over there was a match made in heaven with the weapons that they had over there. Now, it turns out it doesn't seem to be the case right now. The story is not completely told on Russell Wilson and how that's going to be, but as of right now, it's not what it was supposed to be. So Nathaniel Hackett had to go. They need a veteran head coach in there to right that ship. So we'll see what happens, but he's not the sole reason. Russell Wilson has to eat a lot of that pie. The team as a whole has to eat a lot of that pie. So,
especially on the offensive end. Pando, go ahead.
Well, my outlook on it is a little bit different. And if you think back to when we talked about it when we were doing our not pregame, but preseason picks, we were like Nathaniel Hackett.
oh yeah,
Let's go back and look at Nathaniel Hackett's track record. Nathaniel Hackett got that job because he was the offensive coordinator for Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So let me offensive coordinator for Aaron Rodgers. That's like saying I was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning. And we all know how a lot of Adam Gase, we all know how that ended. So basically, he got that job off the merit of the quarterback that he was coordinating, which we use air quotes. For those of y'all who are listening on Spotify, I'm using air quotes. The quarterback he coordinated, which really he didn't do much because you're talking about next level future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. They know their offense, they run it like they want to run it. So he shouldn't have got that job in the first place. Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
Being fair, you can say, okay, well, maybe it was him. But obviously this season has shown us that it was not him that made Aaron Rodgers successful. Because Aaron Rodgers had success before him.
Well,
He'll have success after him. The Green Bay is still pushing for the playoffs. It wasn't a great year, but Aaron Rodgers,
by the grace of God.
yeah, Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers without Nathaniel Hackett. So the point I'm making is he should have never had that job in the first place. And, people are like, well, hey, the thing is, Russell Wilson and did. Okay, true. Russell Wilson is not having a great season. He has the same amount of bathrooms in his house that he has touchdown passes. Okay. So
Well,
that's a
Facebook post. That's your Facebook post you posted earlier, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious.
He's right though.
But at the same time, Russell Wilson has had more successful seasons as a starting quarterback than Nathaniel Hackett has successful seasons as a
head coach.
Thank you.
But where and the NFL does this, they don't vet resumes. They're about giving fans hope. So let's look at Hackett's resume. Okay, before Green Bay, he was in Jacksonville for 4 seasons as a QB coach at OC.
Okay, so wait a minute.
I don't know why that would spell success.
Yeah, because his quarterback was Blake Bortles, probably.
Exactly. It's like saying you were Tom Brady's OC. That doesn't mean you're good. You're just with a good quarterback. I feel the same way about Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's next. Yeah, you have to have a scapegoat. It's not your quarterback because
don't get me started on that dude.
You're paying the quarterback. You're paying every quarterback, every starting franchise quarterback more than $40 million a season. So if someone has to go, it's going to be the guy getting paid $5 or $6 million, which is the coach a season. So we're in a space where they're gonna get rid of the coaches first. These coaches who shouldn't be hired in the first place, but they're like, oh well, he coached Pat Mahomes. Oh well, he was Aaron Rodgers' quarterback. They're making these hires that just, and I think the coaches know they're on borrowed time because you're not when you're not good. You're not gonna say you're not good, but you know when your time's borrowed, and that's what's happening. You're gonna see more firings happen. You're going to.
We were just trying to figure out why it took so doggone long. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I said 4 or 5 weeks ago on the show that I thought he'd have been fired the following week, and that never happened.
Well, once they're no longer in the hunt, then they're like, okay, now you gotta go.
Well, and segueing off into the next topic because we didn't want to spend that much time. We got a bunch of stuff to cover tonight. They got 50-some points put on by a guy named Baker Mayfield. And I think that's a good
Eric,
segue.
Get him.
Because this is what Baker Mayfield doing.
LA.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Baker Mayfield is auditioning for his next job. And
Shake and bake.
hoodwinking, running amok, leading astray, and bamboozling somebody's GM/coach in the NFL. Because somebody gonna give this fool a job
No,
as
not
they
starting.
starting quarterback
No,
based on what he
no.
did these last couple of games. I promise you. Hey man, Josh Norman just got a job.
Listen, but no,
Hey
no,
man,
no. The
Josh
quarterback,
Norman just got a job.
quarterback is different. Name. There's only 32 teams.
There's only
Okay,
32 teams.
There are only 32 starting quarterbacks.
okay. I remember y'all said that. Somebody right now, somebody
backup?
really
The
stupid.
backup.
Right
no
now.
one-
As a backup?
Look. I ain't talking about us. We got sense. Y'all, Nathaniel Hackett just got a damn
No,
job.
I hear you. No, I hear you. He'll get hired. So I'm just thinking, as far as start, I'm thinking,
He's not going to start.
yeah, I can't think of a city that's gonna bring him in to start.
I'm gonna see you that. I'm gonna see you that, and I'm gonna raise you this. He's not gonna start right away. They're gonna bring him in to compete with somebody. It ain't gonna be like,
But-
okay, Baker, you're coming in and you're number 2. No, it's gonna be we're gonna bring you in. We're gonna let you compete for the starting job in camp.
Look,
The only team that I could think would possibly do that in this situation as it currently stands would be the Houston Texans.
It only
Or-
takes one.
Well, we gotta wait until the season ends
Eric,
because if the
say it
Giants
again.
don't make the
Say it again.
playoffs,
If who?
if the
Eric,
Giants
say it
don't make the
again.
playoffs, they could be looking
Oh.
for a new quarterback too.
I don't know if they're gonna want him in New York, man.
It only takes one team. I didn't say
Yeah.
multiple teams.
Yeah,
I
Hey,
said
look.
somebody singular.
Baker,
It's
look,
gonna
Baker
be
Mayfield, New York,
stupid
would not
enough.
work.
I can
Baker
believe that.
Mayfield would be disastrous.
I can believe that, Eric.
Somebody stupid is out there. And I'm gonna tell you right now. I live in
I can
Houston.
believe that.
Well, hey, the Texans, they infamous for doing stupid stuff. Okay, so I'm telling you right now. let me put
To
this
compete,
down
I
right
can
now.
see that. I can see that.
Yeah, exactly.
His best
So-
bet will be to beg them to stay right where he at. If Matt Stafford comes back for another year, you sit behind Matt Stafford, and then when Matt Stafford's ready to go, it's all yours.
If Matt Stafford ain't in a damn wheelchair,
Oh,
so
No, he got a good point though. Matthew Stafford. No, seriously, Matthew Stafford is really breaking down.
no, you're right. No, some players are really hurt and they're still playing right now. Like some players are really risking their post career life for nothing right now.
If I'm Matthew
It's
Stafford, I
a
retire
bunch of
after the
players.
season.
Yeah,
That's just me personally.
there's a couple of players that should be doing that.
I agree.
Absolutely.
and so the segue talking about a couple players need to sit it down. Let's segue to our next. See how smoothly we segue when it's all 4 of us. So we segue to our next topic. The generational talent,
J.J. Watt.
Mr. J.J. Watt
quit.
has decided to call it quits after the season, and he did right because he hung it up when he still was highly productive.
Yeah,
9
didn't do
sacks,
like a lot of people in
15
the whole-
tackles for losses.
a great
He
career.
had a decent season this season with 9 sacks, man. 9.5
Yeah.
sacks.
He's definitely
He was not a game changer anymore, but he could still make plays.
Yes.
So
and he wasn't doing this like really the past year or two. So he kind of ended on a higher level than what he was doing when he first got to Arizona. I think.
Absolutely. So so go
First
ahead.
ballot. First ballot.
Yeah, your first ballot Hall of Famer.
Easily.
First round pick in 2011, 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year award, 5-time first team All Pro, 2-time second team All Pro. Member of the 2010 decade team,
There you go.
111 and a half sacks, 27 forced fumbles, 17 fumble recoveries. And that city of Houston love him, especially after what he did for them when Hurricane Harvey hit.
Yep. 2-time
I
sack
mean,
leader.
he's waltzing into Ken.
Oh, easily.
So
Easily.
here's the thing. Being somebody who actually lived down here, there are people there are people who are not Houston Texans fans who live in Houston that like JJ Watt.
Oh yeah,
It's very hard to not like him. He has done so much. He for a long time was Houston's favorite son.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
My
That's
mom was a diehard Texans fan until two things happened. One, how they treated Deshaun Watson, and two, when JJ Watt decided he wanted to be traded out of Houston. She denounced
that.
her fandom.
No, yeah, that's how a lot of like being in Baltimore, as y'all know, like that's how like Torrey Smith was. Like he like Anquan Bolt, like they are like the sons of the
The
city that they
darlings.
just love. Yeah, they are out in the schools, community, they're feeding people, giving clothes out. They're like they're synonymous with certain cities. Absolutely.
Just a
I can believe that.
high character type of guy.
Mhm,
And never played, you never heard about him making a dirty play, no
mhm.
ejections from the games, no personal fouls like that. Other than sometimes having one of those bogus roughing the passer calls,
Hmm.
but he played. This is an example. He is a microcosm of playing the game at a high level the right way and doing all of the right things off the field.
Yep,
You know,
yep. Sure.
class
Sure.
act through and through, class
For
act.
sure.
So,
Oh yeah.
uh, big ups to JJ Watt. Congratulations on your retirement. And yeah, man, it's well deserved. And again, last thing, he walked away at the right time when he was
Yes.
still a playmaker. You got a lot of guys in the league that just clinging and holding on. Man, you got to let it go. You suck now. You're unwiped ass right now. You need to let it go,
Oh.
bro. It's a lot of players that's
Yeah.
doing that. Like, bro, nah, bro, let it go. Let it go.
Jalen Ramsey,
Oh God. See, I didn't want to call no names, but see, you didn't put it
Bobby
out there.
Wagner,
Oh boy, look here.
Josh
But-
Norman is
No,
retired.
Bobby's still playing, man. Bobby's still making couple plays a little here and there.
Bobby needs to go to
Retire.
the house after this year.
Retired.
He need to do like JJ. And yes, Bobby Wagner has made some plays this year.
I want to
And
see some. Look. I want to see some young guys out there, man.
He's
They're
done
out
what
there.
We see a lot of
He
young
came
guys
down
out
to
there.
LA playing middle linebacker because he's sitting there taking up the clock.
What
But
other middle linebacker they got?
Well, if you don't trade your draft picks, you can get one.
This
Well,
the Rams we talking.
I'm gonna say this: you run into him, he's gonna tackle you.
Exactly.
Now he may not be flashing like he was, but if he gets to you, you're going down. That's a fact.
That's why.
Here we go with the foolishness.
Oh, here you go.
Here we go already, man.
Y'all know he trolling. Y'all just know
Man,
he trolling. Don't feed
hey,
it.
hey, y'all.
What
hey,
my
y'all,
mama say,
get
if
man,
you
get
feed
bored.
it, it'll grow. If you feed it, it'll grow. Just don't feed it. Don't feed it.
No, well, in the country, if you feed it, it keep coming around. You keep feeding stray cats and dogs, it's gonna keep coming around. So, but no, it's some dudes that just they need to, hey man, just
See now. You know what? Somebody's gonna make me log off in a minute.
Do we want to get to Pro Bowl roster? Speaking of former Pro Bowlers, we want to
Man, that
we wanna
Pro
go
Bowl
there?
roster. They got to take it out of the. They got to take it
That's
out of
a
the
joke.
fans' hands, man.
it's a joke.
They got to take it.
Absolutely.
They got to take it out of the
Absolutely.
fans' hands.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they
I
do.
agree, man. And
This
they
don't
should
make no
did that
sense.
10, 15 years ago. 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
they should have did that.
It's a
They-
joke.
Take
You
it out
can't
of their
convince
hands,
me.
man.
You
Okay,
cannot
here we go.
convince me that someone like, I'm gonna start with somebody that's not on my favorite team, but Amon Ra St. Brown, wide receiver for Detroit Lions,
Should be there.
should be in
We
the
should be there.
96
Should be there.
receptions, over 1,000 yards, is pretty much been lighting it up. But because he's in a small market, because Detroit, although it's a big city, it's a small market, he didn't get the attention, and that's foul. And
Yeah.
let me say this, because I want to be clear for the viewers who are watching. Like, well, his stats ain't as good as double. We are not saying, when we talk about these Pro Bowl snubs, we are not saying that these people that are there don't deserve to be there. We're saying
Right.
these guys have gotten overlooked and they deserve.
Well, no, Eric, because his stats, everyone that has better stats than him, they're all Pro Bowlers, so he deserves to be there for sure. He absolutely deserves to be there.
Don't
Like
that
he's
don't
like literally the odd man out. He's like the last one that did not make it.
that's
That should have.
no. That's what I'm saying. We're not saying that the
Yeah.
guys that made it don't deserve to be there. We're saying he deserves to be there with them some
Oh
kind
yeah,
of way.
for sure.
Like prime example, because this has been all over the news, so this ain't just me. I'm not being a homer at this one. Christian McCaffrey. How do you have 1,500 all-purpose yards as a back? Okay, and you don't make the Pro Bowl. I don't care if he went from one team to another, because a lot of that scratch he got was on a terrible team. So that solidifies how good of a player he is. He was on a terrible team
because
with a bad offense.
Look how much the 49ers offense has shifted. Offense that was already humming pretty nicely. It shifted completely with him on that team. He has to be in that. He has to be in there.
I think the vote was split as far as the trade. Where I think if it's one thing, I think that's probably it. Because I'm like, dang, you have some players that it's just. Man, I'm a Cowboys fan. We got a lot of Cowboys in there that don't even belong in the Pro Bowl, in my opinion.
But
Like,
this is a fan vote.
It's
a fan vote.
I don't know how DeMarcus Lawrence got it. I was like,
listen,
what?
Dalvin Cook didn't get in.
Right.
And he's number 6 on the rushing list right now.
Yeah.
And this is what happens with fan voting. This is what happens with fan votes.
You got to take
you got those big
D-Law
market,
got in there.
Big markets are getting all the attention.
Pollard got in there. I like Pollard, but I'm like, dang, you're not better than Christian McCaffrey, bro, or Aaron Jones.
No. And that's the thing. You got shoot. I'm somebody who's not a household name. Dre Greenlaw for the linebacker for the 49ers. He's actually outplaying Fred Warner, who got in.
Yeah.
And he's like, everybody's talking about the 49ers defense, but the heart and soul of that defense is that front seven. And that front seven.
That safety y'all got should have got a nod, even as a reserve.
No, he did get in.
He did get in?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in.
Yeah,
he's not out. He's in.
Which one?
I call him Troy Polamalu light.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Talanoa Hufanga.
He balls.
What's his name?
Talanoa Hufanga.
He balls out, man.
No, he got in. As a matter of fact, he's probably going to start because Buda Baker is injured.
Buda Baker's injured. Mm-hmm.
He's starting. Yeah, he's starting.
But
or he may not play at all because he'll be in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, this year I believe is after the Super Bowl. I'm not, or is it before? Is it before the Super Bowl?
Before the Super Bowl.
Before the Super Bowl.
That's what I thought.
But
after the Super Bowl, they changed that like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that.
But
has been after the Super Bowl in a long time, Brandon.
That's what I'm saying. 15 years.
But who's got back? Somebody's got some background noise.
That might be T-Money.
That's true.
But anyway,
that's me. Hold on. Go
ahead.
So basically, the point is that they got to take it out of the fans' hands because you got everybody gonna go in there. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this: when I was a kid, I used to do that all the doggone time. I used to go in and vote for all of the guys on my
spam the votes. Yeah, spam the votes.
Yeah. Yep. And that's not, and you're talking about money here when you're doing that because basically you got guys that got incentives on their contract for how many times they make the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And it's like because Boo Boo the Fool over here in Eastern Wisconsin and voted for the third string guard for the Packers to get in. They got all his friends to do it. Now he got a chance to get in the Pro Bowl, knowing good and hell well he don't deserve to be there. So, they got to take it out of the fans' hands. It should be just players and coaches.
Yeah,
just players and coaches.
Like you said, I mean, you have contracts in play. I mean, you have life-changing contracts in play. You have career longevity in play. You make a Pro Bowl, you're getting a bump in salary big time and probably 2-3 more years on your contract when you extend it. These are impactful awards right here.
And as a player, if I'm out there on the corner and I'm covering somebody and this dude giving me hell the whole game, he gonna get my vote for the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I manage to shut him down a little bit, you know, but he gave me hell the whole game. I'm like, hey man, this dude cold.
Well,
I played against him personally. I know that he's good.
well,
That's the thing I'm looking at.
well, I would put in coaches and GM's hand because players get really personal.
Yeah, they do.
Like Jair Alexander called Stephon Diggs trash. It's like, bro, he went involved. I'm like,
Yeah, you had
it's personal because you're going against them. They may punch you in the stomach. You don't like them. You wouldn't vote for them. So it's like let's get someone that's not.
Jalen Ramsey would never vote for Debo Samuel. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It was like,
Or who Brandon Golden Tate or Sterling Shepard because
You
his
know what?
sister dated or had something.
Let me just say this. How about this? Get rid of the Pro Bowl altogether and just stick with the All Pro. That's my thing.
Cool.
Because the All
the
Pro
Pro Bowl
is
has not
voted
been
by,
interested in years anyway.
the All Pro is voted by a panel of guys, and it's legit.
Yeah. Or do it like with all Met or like in the band world or like every coach picks 3 or 4 players and everyone and every team has 3 or 4 players representing. They're only running 5 plays each anyways. Just everybody send 4 representatives to the game. You're a Pro Bowler, you're playing, you're showing face, you're showing the team, and you know, you have that high honor.
That is correct. We're gonna talk about a gentleman who I don't know if the Pro Bowl was around back then, but
Hold on, Brandon. I'm gonna let you finish, but one thing. For those of you who are watching right now, make sure if you have not liked, hit the like button and make sure that you subscribe. Smash that like button, smash
Yes,
the subscribe button because it
please.
helps our algorithm because we're trying to get monetized. So that's most important. I see a lot of people participating with us tonight. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Hit that thumbs up button, please. And
Some of y'all are already subscribed to us, and that's great. But we need you to hit that like button every time you log on. All right, Brandon, go ahead.
All right. So we're gonna talk about a gentleman who, if there was a Pro Bowl back in the 70s, I'm sure he went to a whole lot of them. But he did play in 4 Super Bowls, winning all 4 of them up in Pittsburgh. He's a Hall of Famer, and he passed away last Wednesday. So we're going to talk about him tonight. Former Steelers running back Franco Harris, legend.
Yes, sir. And Brandon, they had the Pro Bowl back then. He made 9 of them.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. 9 of them. 1-time All-Pro, 4-time Super Bowl champ. He's a Super Bowl MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 72.
12 all time on the rushing list.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
12,120 yards rushing with a 4.1 yard average, 91 touchdowns.
Dang, 91. Jesus.
Yes. He made 91 house calls. Yeah, that's up there. So everybody knows about the immaculate reception and this, and anybody who knows football knows about the immaculate reception. When even though nobody on this podcast was alive when that catch was made, but being football junkies that we were, we love the history of football and we know about it. But Franco Harris was so much more than just that one play. For those people who don't know, I just read his stats. He was an absolute monster.
Oh yeah.
He was a monster.
He was that offensive dude for the Steelers. I mean Bradshaw, as a quarterback, but he was in 3 offensive guys at the skill position. Bradshaw, Lynn Swan, and Franco. But Franco was the most. Well, yeah, but Franco was the most efficient, had the best numbers out of all of them. Bradshaw benefited a lot. No shade to him off of the defense. You're leading your team, you're managing the game. But Franco was toting that rock, man.
Yes.
And bruising.
Yeah, and this is back during an era where you could use the crown of your helmet as a battering ram.
Right.
And not get fined, not get a penalty, not get ejected. Defensive players could use the crown of their helmet to take you out. And it was football. It wasn't like last night with Derwin James getting ejected. No, that was normal during that era.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
my goodness,
Oh yeah.
man. Hey, that's a whole different topic right there, man. 1970s football.
Yeah,
That's a
man,
whole
hey,
different
hey
topic.
man, Deacon Jones come up, slap the hell out of you coming off the line.
Hey, look, man. Hey,
You
look.
looking out your ear hole trying to block.
Hey,
Just
look.
slap you.
Look. Mel Blunt used to press you up and down the football field while you're trying to run your route. You couldn't get past him.
Mhm.
Mel Blunt is the reason why they created the illegal contact rule.
No, he's the reason why they created defensive pass interference. Illegal contact came much later.
But all of those. But you know, he was such a physical player. Shout out to Mel Blunt because he's from a black college, Southern University. But yeah, that's not enough to be said about Franco Harris. I mean, he already got his bust in Canton, and I had picked the Steelers. I had picked the Steelers to win that game the other night, and this is before he passed away. But when I found out he passed away like 2 days before the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, I was like, there's no way the Steelers are losing this game.
And
there's no way they're gonna lose this game.
Right before they retired, his jersey, the Steelers, man, they're stingy with their honoring. I'm gonna say it. He would have been number 3 or 4 of retired jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't issue some, but they've only retired 2 or 3 jerseys before him.
Really?
Yeah.
With their history?
Yes.
That's sad.
They only got 4 head Steelers. Like the Steelers, their tradition is unmatched.
You have some.
I agree with you on the head coach thing because you're talking about. Well, I don't know who was before Chuck Noll, but Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and now Mike Tomlin. It's like, yo, that's all the coaches.
Dude, their tradition, man. Now they don't issue. They don't issue, of course, Ben. They don't issue Bradshaw. They don't issue Bettis, a bunch of other folks. But as far as like officially retiring jerseys, Franco was going to be number 4 ever for them. And this is 50 years after the Immaculate Reception. Is it 50? Yeah.
50 years.
Yeah. 50? Yeah.
So here's the cool part. We have gotten through most of our topics. So we actually have time to look at some comments and address some things. So Brandon, if you would.
Yeah, let's go back. So there was a good question earlier. Let me go all the way back. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on Ed Reed taking the head coach job at Bethune-Cookman? Now he admitted that he had misspelled the there was a spell check error.
We got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to let y'all know.
I have mixed feelings about that because basically, and it's going to be a very unpopular opinion now because basically all of us in here attended HBCUs.
Negative.
Oh, you didn't? I'm sorry, you didn't go to Morgan, Brandon?
Negative.
Oh, okay, so 3/4 of us in here attended HBCUs, and with the Dion effect, now that's what I like to call it, happening. And see, here's the thing about it, because I'm gonna start with Dion in Jackson State and him moving on to Colorado, because so many people it's such a polarizing topic. I don't praise Dion. And I don't denigrate him at all either. I don't put him down for what he did, but at the same time, I don't praise him. And you got some people that's like, oh, he's great, and he got to do what he got to do and get his money. Then you got some people like, oh man, he sucks because he left. And then, So, and I'm like, both of you have your rights to say what you're saying, but also both of you are wrong. You're both right and you're both wrong, both sides of that. So, my thing about it's starting a trend where these former NFL players are going to these going to these HBCU schools to be coaches because they know that's where they can get a good start.
It's popular. It's popular.
It's popular.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Ed Reed is not Deion Sanders. Ed Reed may go to Bethune-Cookman and stay for 20-some years. So that's why I'm not going to judge that. However, if he's using Bethune-Cookman as a stepping stone, I'm still not too mad about that because hey, get what you got to get. But if you go in there with the specific purpose of just getting your brand up so you can jet somewhere else to like a Power 5 school or whatever like that, then I don't like that. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm on the fence about that, but we don't know what his motive is.
Right.
So it could easily be Ed Reed could fool around, stay at Bethune-Cookman in 20, 25 years.
And
Great.
Yeah, and I agree 100%. And I looked at like I looked at when Eddie George went to Tennessee State, and I said, okay, well, he's in Tennessee for a while as a player. He has some ties to community, probably. Okay, he wants to be there. I'm like, okay. Like Hugh Jackson go to Grandma. Okay, Hugh Jackson. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well,
That's because Hugh Jackson couldn't get a job nowhere else. But
that's what I'm getting to. I'm like, okay, he's not in it to really level because he's been in the NFL for longer than he probably should have. I probably never say that about brother head coach, but he was there for longer than he should have. All right, he really wants to be there. He just wants to coach there. Every's from Louisiana. Is he from New Orleans? I think he's from New Orleans. He's from Louisiana. He's from Louisiana. I'm not sure which city. And I'm like, okay. Does he want to get his brand up, get experience and level up, or does he want to? Either way, I guess we're gonna see. I don't have an opinion yet on that, to be completely honest. I'm gonna be honest, and it's okay, like you said, with the Dion thing. It's okay to not have an opinion at all,
or have a pragmatic opinion. Is more like what I would like to say is, it's not so, dogmatic. Oh, he did this and that, but did it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like how Deion Sanders said, God told him to go to Jackson State and bring it up and do this and I'm on a mission and da this. I didn't like that part.
I like that.
And then a year later you gone. So right. That's what I had a problem with. But I'm not mad at him for going to Colorado if he gets that offer. I'm not mad at him for that at all.
And again, you have to win. Like if you think you can go to a school and level up or get your brand credibility, it starts with winning first. So you got to at least do that. You know what I'm saying? If Deion wasn't doing that, he wouldn't be at Colorado right now.
Absolutely,
that is true.
Absolutely.
So
but
we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll see. Because like people are different. People have different motives. It could be that Ed Reed genuinely wants to be there, or it could be I'm using that for a stepping stone to go to Central Florida, or to go to wherever.
Effort.
Yeah,
because these players they have a lot of strong relationships in the industry, man, and you have a lot of coaches and former teammates and GMs that are like, okay, we like you, Ed, whoever. All right, let me see if let me see if you can coach it. Let me, go to a school. It's just like any other job industry. You know the industry, the skill, but you need some experience. So I'm sure all these coaches are talking to these GMs and presidents or whatever, and they're like, okay, well, you need to show me what you can do, and then maybe we can move you here and there. So that could be at play too. It happens everywhere, but it starts with winning. So he has to win there, in my opinion, to go anywhere else.
Yeah. So let's pull up another topic. Brandon, what's another question?
All right, hey, chat box. If y'all got any questions, go. Feel free to shoot them right now. For at least maybe 5-10 minutes before we do Pando's picks. Another topic. Let's cover. Oh, we didn't cover. We didn't cover playoff scenarios.
Okay. So we talk about we can talk about the games from last week.
Mm-hmm.
So
Detroit Lions lost to Carolina Panthers.
Wait, what?
Detroit Lions lost to the Carolina Panthers.
I didn't see that happening.
And you know what? It's a long season, y'all. And the thing is like some people they hit their stride late, and the best teams hit their stride.
That's the best time to hit your stride. That's the best time.
Oh, the Panthers are hitting their stride. They're still alive. Let me see. I don't think did I pick them?
I have a question for y'all.
I don't think I
I'm
picked them.
sure you did not. I'm sure you did not pick them, Pando.
Yeah,
I'm sure you didn't.
No, I picked the Lions. I did.
Right.
So,
should
That's what I'm saying.
should Steve Wilkes at least get be a head coach next year in Carolina?
I think he deserves a shot. If they make the playoffs, he deserves a shot. If they get in,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because it starts with being competitive in your division, and right now, technically they are.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
starts
so,
there.
yeah. So he deserves a shot. You've made Sam Darnold look palatable as a quarterback. So
Oh yeah.
they're running the ball well. The defense is playing well. Hey man, stranger things have happened, and
You know,
They
you
run
beat
the ball well for Christian
red,
McCaffrey.
well,
a red hot Lions team. They beat.
and the Panthers, it's just they just don't have a good roster, man. Overall, they really just don't.
No,
Not good enough.
I think they're one and done, but stranger things have happened.
No, what I'm saying is he needs a shot to. He needs some time to assemble, or whoever's gonna be down there, GM him to assemble a roster. Man, they probably have one of the weakest rosters in the entire league, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
The Panthers do absolutely.
yeah. Now moving on, here's a team that I think is cooling all of a sudden, and they really aren't as hot anymore. And I don't know if they might be on the outside looking in by the time this is all over. And that's the New York Giants.
Yeah.
I feel like that they stole a game against the Commanders 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
my goodness.
That was a game that they were not supposed to win. The referees helped them out with that.
They need a lot of help.
Yeah. Then let's see who they played the Vikings. And that's another team I really don't have any faith in.
Oh,
is the Vikings.
I gotta say this.
They have a great roster, but
I gotta say this. In my opinion, and I had this conversation with my uncle on Christmas Eve, and they're gonna get in. Obviously, I think they're gonna be. They're the team everybody wants to play first round. If you're in the playoffs in the NFC, I think they're the worst team in the NFC to make that.
because eventually their luck is going to run out.
They should have 3 more losses than they do right now, at least. So you may see some teams tank to play them first round just to get a playoff win.
Yeah, they are. Ooh, and right now they're the 2 seed. They're slated to play the 7 seed right now. So,
I'll be fighting for that 7. I'm
'cause
losing out.
they are just everybody's waiting for that shoe to drop because they know who Kirk Cousins is.
Yeah.
That defense is suspect. And it's so many things with Minnesota that just like they have been getting by the skin of their teeth for the entire season. At least the last 5 games or so.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I just don't. They got exposed by the Dallas Cowboys a few weeks ago. And if they see somebody like a San Francisco, they're gonna get destroyed. Provided Shanahan doesn't screw it up. But some of these other teams, I dare I say it, if the Buccaneers can get their act together, they could beat Minnesota. I believe that.
That's what I've been. Listen, I've been saying that. I'm like, I know people. Tampa's not playing great right now, and niggas Green Bay. I said, you do not want Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers to make the playoffs because they're gonna turn that gear on and be a problem for some teams. We watch football long enough to know that that's gonna be the case.
Yeah, and I feel a certain type of way about that because I'm not scared of Green Bay in the playoffs as a Niners fan.
I'm not talking about the Niners. I'm talking about you gotta play the other teams. Like this isn't It's gonna be a different season.
Oh, that was a good question. Put that back up, Brandon. Put that question back up, please. What team or teams will surprise you for not making the playoffs? A team that wouldn't make the playoffs that would have us shocked. Honestly, I'm gonna be real here. The New Orleans Saints. From the beginning of the year.
Even over Tampa Bay?
Huh?
Even over Tampa Bay?
If Tampa Bay doesn't make it, yeah, that'd be kind of a shock. But I'm just shocked that New Orleans is this bad this year. I really have.
I agree with you on that one.
I had them. I had them like, okay,
Yeah.
they gonna either
Yeah.
they gonna either win the division or they gonna get the wild card. And the South is so bad right now
Yes.
that only the winner of the South is probably gonna get in with a below 500 record,
Yeah.
which
Now-
is insane.
Because if Tampa Bay loses one more game, they under 500 for the season.
Yeah.
And we were talking about teams starting hot and cooling off, and a team that really cooled off and really been dropping the ball. The Seahawks have cooled off big time.
Yes.
Within the past 7 weeks, they
Yeah.
started hot. They got Geno Smith. He's a Pro Bowler now. Apparently, he led
Yeah.
he's top whatever with passing percentage, but they may not make one more loss and they're done.
They gonna be sitting up here talking about Lord.
Goldsmith.
Yeah, here comes Jamal. He gonna be on here talking about Geno Goldsmith. And let me tell you something. What about him?
All right, go ahead. What were we saying, Pando?
No, it's my this person up here said, how about them Cowboys?
No,
I'm like,
I see that. I'm talking about.
What about them? That's what I was saying. Because I could go on. We don't have enough time on this show to talk about and what this
No,
Cowboys Eagles
I'll
thing.
do it. I'll do it right now.
Okay, and this is a Cowboy fan. This is a Cowboy fan.
Cowboys fan
Go ahead,
bigger-
Steve.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dak has to stop turning the ball over.
He threw one.
Got to stop the run. Kellen Moore had to stop getting lazy when we have any kind of momentum as far as play calling and squandering drives. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what it is. That's the truth. Pass coverage got to be a little better. Deron Bland needs to start at CB2. He's not. They haven't done that yet, but he needs to. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so there's so many things that could be said about that game. Okay, yes, Dallas got the win. Okay, they put up 40 points. Okay, the Eagles are now 13-2 because of the Dallas Cowboys. The flip side of that is that okay, I'm glad you put that down there. When Jalen Hurts played, Dak was hurt. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm about to get medieval on your ass. Okay, so here's the thing, and I've said this before: Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate. Dak Prescott is not. Dak Prescott averages at least an interception a game. Jalen Hurts does not. So to use that excuse is not feasible here, son. I don't have the time or the crayons to explain that to you. Okay. So what I'm trying to explain to you, Gardner Minshew is the backup quarterback. Dallas got a good 14 points off of turnovers that were created by Gardner Minshew and gave their offense a short field. Okay. So pump your brakes. Okay. Let's pump your brakes on that. You're better than the Eagles thing. Okay. Because I know that's where you're trying to go. And I knew the comedy skills for most of the Cowboy fans right now is like, well, Dak was hurt when Jalen beat up. Dak Prescott is not an MVP candidate. You put an MVP candidate in the game, that changes the game significantly. And furthermore, to bring up the fact that there was a backup in the game and the game was still in question with 20 seconds left in the game is a problem.
Yeah,
and that's the defense. It's not really Dak. I'm gonna jump off of Dak because Dak is having an above average season. He's doing pretty good. But he got to minimize the interceptions. The problem with Dallas is that doggone paper mache defense that everybody's acting like is great. Okay, that's the problem. Because there's no way in hell that they should have allowed 34 points. I'm sorry. I'm going to take away 6 because one of them was a pick 6 by Dak. They shouldn't have allowed that many points by the Philadelphia Eagles with Gardner Minshew.
No, for sure. And also, I mean, the defense giving up points when your offense is doing anything, defense is tired. So obviously they're giving them as well, aside from personnel. But also it's like, we have some weaknesses that have been exposed recently that have to be addressed, and if we don't do it, We have a very early exit. But again, I really think I didn't expect it to be this good this season, to be completely honest. And we're gonna be exposed pretty soon. Well, we've
He
been
said
exposed, but
he's saying they need another matchup. They won't get that matchup, and here's why: Dallas is the 5 seed, the Eagles are the 1 seed. I don't see Dallas making it past the first round of the playoffs, and I got 2 Cowboy fans that probably agree with me. That's right here on the screen with me.
And if Dallas don't make it past the first round, bye Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
again, I
And
want
that's
to
the
reiterate.
honest God truth. That is the honest God truth. I feel, and a matter
Oh,
of
yeah.
fact, I also saw
Go ahead, man.
a rumor that if Dallas had lost to Philadelphia this past weekend, Mike McCarthy's seat would have been extremely hot. So
Oh yeah.
right now, he's safe.
And the
But
thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
but we'll see what it looks like after wild card weekend. Go ahead,
And
Steve.
it's all entertainment. Like I it's Hollywood. I don't think Jalen Hurts was injured like that. I think it's there's a play to where you want certain people to have a certain psyche, a certain momentum. I feel like the Eagles kind of gave us that one a little bit. They were like, all right, we'll bring in Gardner Minshew, we'll play, all right, but Jalen Hurts needs to be focused on doing
And
his best when it matters. Because if we would have beat Jalen Hurts this game, if we would have, there would have been it could F up his brain. It could have been the whole thing where, oh well, Jalen, you know how the Philly media is and the Philly fans, that would completely destroy the momentum that Philly has right now in the NFL. Jalen
okay,
Hurts, he could have played football this weekend. Come on, man.
so
Come on,
I'm gonna address that. So the
All
first
right.
thing is
He could have played.
one. Hold on, Brandon. Quit putting no comments. Let me address this, and I'm gonna get to these comments because this person's still trying to go. Hey, Colin, what's up, Frat? Look.
Oh, what's up, Frat?
So first of all, first thing is again, Jalen Hurts plays against that defense. Y'all don't win that game, okay? Because he's not gonna turn the ball over like Gardner Minshew did. Now the fumbles, even the fumbles, I would say because the mesh point, it was a mesh point fumble. Okay. So because Gardner Minshew hadn't been taking first team reps with these guys, that's what a lot of those problems happen. But straight up, Jalen Hurts does not turn the ball over like that. And we all on this podcast started off the year was like, we don't know what Jalen Hurts gonna be. So the Eagles will go as Jalen Hurts goes. And none of us had faith in Jalen Hurts. Me too.
No, I've been on to say he's gotten better every single season. I've said that.
Yes, you did. But we were still like, nobody, not one of us, not the 4 of us,
I'm telling you,
out of the 4 of us said would have said that Jalen Hurts was going to be an MVP candidate this season. Not one of us.
No, you're right. But I said they had the best roster. And again, I believe I will put money on this. I can't prove it. We never can. He's healthy. I'm telling you, this dude, they sat him on purpose.
Okay, now I'm gonna address that.
You
That's
have
the second
to.
point. Wait, hold on. And I'm about to address that. And this is why. They don't have nothing to play for, really. Like, even if he stubbed his pinky toe, it's like, hey man, we can actually not win this game and like go beat up the Saints.
No, I know. I'm saying psychologically, man. I'm telling you, so hear me out, because he's playing lights out all season. When you go against a division rival who, if everything plays out, you may see them in the playoffs, but you've never beaten their starting quarterback in the game. And I don't think it's a thing. It's not a monkey he would want on his back going into the postseason. I really think it's all psychological. He could have easily played in this game. I think people sit on purpose at this point of the season. You know that. They're like, all right, well, throw Gardner in there, let him get banged up a little bit. They can get this win. All right, we need Jalen Hurts to still be confident in his game skill. He needs to know that this loss is not on him. It absolutely stays. I'm telling y'all, man.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you just like somebody said this weekend. It's chess. It ain't checkers.
That's what I'm saying.
So and I'm not finna berate them for doing that. Even if the injury is not as bad as they said it was. Now to answer another question, for somebody that says, is Jalen Hurts carrying the Eagles or the Eagles carrying Jalen Hurts? If you got to ask that question, you ain't watching football. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Because if it was, because I'm going to tell you right now, the 49ers been carrying Jimmy Garoppolo for the longest. Okay?
Yeah. Now, Hurts is balling. Hurts is definitely.
Hurts is the reason for the season. Okay? I mean.
Dang, not Christ?
No, I ain't talking about Christmas.
I know.
But and again, I was one of the biggest Jalen Hurts skeptics. Me and Brandon were probably the two biggest Jalen Hurts skeptics at the beginning before this season started. And I was like every week, like, he ain't that good. He ain't that good. And I'm sitting up and watching the games like, damn, he is that good. You know, so it's a combination of both. It's a perfect storm because that team still put up 34 points on the Dallas Cowboys, who called themselves Super Bowl contenders. And that was without Jalen Hurts. Now, you throw Jalen Hurts into the mix, now you got problems. So they are the most complete team in the NFC, hands down.
Absolutely. And I think my last point, and I think leaving that question of what if is part of the Eagles scheme because we still don't. He's been playing lights out, and we still don't know. I'm sure we're sure he would play better than Gardner Minshew, but there's still that.
Hey, stop putting Jamal's post up there, please, because you know Jamal trolling. I'm not finna fool with Jamal tonight. Jamal trolling. I ain't fooling with Jamal tonight. I want legitimate statements.
When you sit someone, there's that unknown variable of what exactly would have happened and how it would have played out. So, like I said, the Eagles purposely sat him to leave that unknown because if that's known and it's not in their favor for some reason, which is possible, then it messes up everything for them as a potential number one seed, which they're going to get. They're not going to lose out. I mean, they win one more, they get it.
Yeah, I
don't want it. I don't want to get the number one seed. I would never want that.
You don't want a chance to get some of your guys healthy?
No, because I know how we get when we get the number one seed. That's an accomplishment for us. And we get lazy, we get rusty. No, I'm not, Eric. I'm not messing with you, Eric. No, absolutely not. No.
Well, you got some Cowboy fans that still feel like they better than a completely healthy Eagles team. And better than the 49ers.
If they want number one seed, they've been watching us for the past. When was our first number one seed in a long time? 07?
There was literally a Cowboy fan on my Facebook post that said that the 49ers are trying to play catch up with the Cowboys. I'm not making it up. I wish I was. Like how we playing catch up when we
are the hottest team right now in the NFC as far as consistency.
Hey, Kyle Shanahan gonna find a way to screw it up. I hope I'm wrong, but damn it, we didn't seen this movie before. You know how it is. I recall Pando saying beat the Eagles, then talk to me. Oh my God. Again, I don't have the time with the crayons to explain to you how that doesn't count because it counts on the win-loss record. But again, the MVP candidate did not play in the game. Please stop putting that foolishness up there. Please, because again, I don't have time to argue with somebody who eats cereal with a fork. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing because you're making an ass out of yourself. We make these comments. Okay,
talking about this for a while.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
what's the next
boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time for the great legendary Pando's picks. All right, Pando, begin. Round one, fight.
Right, it's only one round. What the hell you? Okay, never mind. All right, Lord Jesus. Okay, so whoever the person is that keep commenting about the Cowboys, and he obviously a Cowboy fan, even though he wanted to say he wasn't a Cowboy fan several episodes ago. But you obviously
he did actually say that.
Holding
Pando's picks.
So no, because this is relevant. My first pick is a Thursday night game. I'm picking the Cowboys to beat the Titans. Okay, give me the Cowboys over the Titans because I just, even though the Titans are at home, I just don't believe in them enough. Well, how you gonna give me a
And
timeout? And I'm
no,
trying to.
and Henry might sit. And Henry might sit.
It's more to than just that. Steve is great breaking news to you. There's some players that might sit because this game is now important to Tennessee. From what I understand, if Tennessee beats Jacksonville next week, they in regardless of this game. So I'm seeing that Derrick Henry might not play, but Dupree may not play, and Jeffrey Simmons may not play. We'll find out.
It's a layup. It's a layup.
Yeah,
that's a layup. And
Yep.
you know, and Dallas still trying to win the division.
Well, no. We should sit people too because number 5.
You're right, Steve. You're right. But this is the Dallas Cowboys we talking about. They still trying to win division, which they not gonna do, but they still trying to win the division.
I don't want to. I don't want the bye week because I know how we act.
Well, you're not gonna
You'll
get
see Zeke in Mexico on vacation. You'll see Trayvon Diggs somewhere. I don't know. I don't want that. I want to play every week.
Okay.
Trayvon Diggs would be down in Barbados.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's still gonna be a layup for the Dallas Cowboys. Even if those guys were playing, the only thing I could say is that if Derrick Henry played, he would maul them running the ball because Dallas has probably one of the worst run defenses out of all of the playoff eligible teams in the NFC.
And what did I say a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I said before we hit the stretch of the AFC South, I said all AFC South teams run the ball well, and we gotta play them soon.
Yeah,
and that's what's been happening, except for the Colts, because we just killed them.
Oh God, don't get me started talking about the Colts. Oh God, oh Jesus, my God.
All right, my bad. My bad. I mean,
Jeff Saturday should not be a head coach next year, but keep going.
Yeah, I'm getting to that because I'm talking about them in a minute.
Oh,
but yeah, so give me the Falcons over the Cardinals because that. Oh my God. I can't remember. Are the Falcons still alive?
Yes, they are because they're in the NFC South.
Okay, so
right.
So there you go. There you go. So they still got something to play for. The Cardinals are
no, they're eliminated. The Falcons are eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah, I see right now.
This is another who gives a damn bowl.
Yeah, they're eliminated.
Okay, so yeah, this is one of them. This one of these. So you got Cardinal. Yeah. Okay, so it don't really matter, but give me the Cardinal. I mean, the Falcons. Give me the Dirty Birds. Oh, and for this game, they're at home. You know, they gonna give it the old college try, and the Cardinals are just a hot mess. Now, yeah, they're gonna give it the old college try. Now, there's a chance that this is one thing I can see happening where the Cardinals win this game. It's one thing. You ready? It's J.J. Watt's last NFL game. No, I'm sorry. It's his next to last NFL game. Yeah. So these last two games, J.J. Watt could be on a tear. He could be. These last two games. That's the only thing I can see. Like, hey, I'm finna go all out, and because I ain't got nothing left to do after this, so I'm gonna put it all on the line. Kind of like, you remember Luther LeVay, Shark from Any Given Sunday? It was played by Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
They had to carry him off the field. That might be JJ. JJ might lose his damn mind these last couple of games for real.
That's dramatic. That's dramatic right there, though.
I'm just saying.
He ain't gonna beat up.
If the Cards got any chance at all, and the bottom reminding you, Buda Baker's out.
Yeah, Buda Baker's out. That's crucial.
And JJ and Buda were the heart and soul of that defense. So. Yeah. So, but I still got the Falcons. All right. So give me the Pats over the Fins. So I'm really concerned about Tua Tagovailoa.
Long term, yes. As a person, yes.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about that. And now Teddy Bridgewater is going to come in relief of Tua. And Teddy is pretty solid, especially in that particular offense, which caters to protect the quarterback. You talking about Mike McDaniel's offense. They could make some hay. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fans could still possibly win this game, even with Teddy Bridgewater starting.
They should be way better than they are right now.
Yeah, because
Way better.
this 4-game collapses. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
You know what? There's one person that saw it coming. My coworker Juan Ramos, who's a Miami Dolphins fan, and I was like, "Hey man, Miami's doing good, man. They're gonna find a way to mess it up."
Mm.
No, but man, you got they gonna mess it up.
Yep.
Every time I talk to him, that's what he was saying. So I don't know. I like the Pats because of their defense, but you know, the fans could still win this game because Bridgewater is a capable quarterback, and especially again in that particular offense that's run centric and requires a quarterback to make short throws here and there. They can still pull it out, but they are in New England.
But Pando, real quick, they have.
Next year.
So the Dolphins are 8-7. You have the Pats, the Jets, the Titans, and Steelers are 7-8. And the Dolphins have that 7 spot. Everyone else clinched except for those teams and the Jaguars. So the Dolphins lose this and everyone else wins. The tiebreakers are looking crazy, man. I can't even read all these paragraphs right now. Yeah.
See, anytime you got paragraphs for tiebreaker,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Problem,
yeah.
man.
It's paragraphs. I got parentheses. Yeah.
So okay, so give me the Eagles bouncing back and beat the Saints. It's gonna be a low scoring game because the Saints defense is still what's up. They are still what's up. They are very underrated. They're solid. It'll be a low scoring game. Gardner Minshew is gonna realize, I don't need to actually throw the ball, give the ball away like that anymore. And then I just feel like the Eagles defense is going to be looking for redemption. They allowed 40 points last week. They're not going to allow 40 points against Andy Dalton, who hits Pam Oliver in the head with the ball. So, and that was for you, Brandon. That was for you because I know you was going to say that.
Actually, it's at the point now that Andy Dalton's hitting the security guards on the sidelines.
Yeah, so I like the Eagles to go ahead and beat the Saints and go ahead and clinch the 1 seed and the home field advantage and the division in that game. Next game, this is my stone cold lock. I still got to work on my music. Give me the Giants over the Colts. Because damn, the Colts are a rabid mess. They are a hot on the stove in a house on fire mess. It's like if you took some dog crap and wrapped it up in some tinfoil and then put it in a microwave and set it for 20 minutes. And that's what the Colts. Oh my God.
But the Giants aren't good either, man.
The Giants are not. You're right.
Steve, let me tell you something. Whoever's that quarterback for the Colts is going to have to deal with Wink Martindale's defense. And I'm going to tell you something. You know who surprised me this year with the number of sacks he has? Dexter Lawrence.
He's been balling.
For no tackle to have 8 sacks says a whole lot because it's rare for a nose tackle to get 8 sacks. I'm telling you right now, whoever's the quarterback want to deal with that Wink Martindale defense. Good luck to you. Whoever's playing quarterback, I'm pegging them for 3 interceptions or some kind of 3 turnovers.
Okay.
Now, on a personal note, I hate the Colts. I hate them for everything that they are after this weekend. Because basically, real quick story, I had Justin Herbert as my quarterback. That was the last player to play. All he had to do was to throw the ball for X amount of yards, and I win the fantasy playoffs. Okay, the Colts was so damn bad. They were so bad that it got to a point where the Chargers were like, "Well, we're just gonna run the ball the rest of the game and run the clock out. We got the lead. They can't move."
Why I lost, and that's where my loss came in, Eric, because they gave it to Eckler.
Let me tell you something. If they would look, Justin Herbert, all he had to do was give me 27 more yards of passing. That's it. That's one pass. That's one pass to Keenan Allen.
Parlay stat right there.
Dog, 27 yards, and I would have won. I'm out my fantasy league. Well, one of the leagues I'm in. I'm out of my league because the Colts was so trash that they couldn't keep the game competitive where Justin Herbert could throw the damn ball.
I've been there.
That's why I hate the Colts. Colts, a pox on you and your houses. That's what Mercutio said in Romeo and Juliet. Y'all didn't know I knew Shakespeare. But look here, until you do right by me, Colts, everything you think about gonna crumble. All right. So moving on. That's my Stone Cold lock. I got the Giants over the Colts. I hope Saquon Barkley run through somebody's face. So he probably will. He probably will. Give me the Bucks over the Panthers. I know that's crazy. I know it's crazy.
It's not.
You
No,
can't
it's not
rule out
crazy.
TB12.
That's not crazy.
Well, I'm talking about
Because neither team is that good.
the trend of I mean, the Bucks had to go into overtime to beat the Cardinals. I mean, damn.
True.
So but the Panthers have been playing really strong football against they played strong football against a red hot Lions team because the Lions were hot for a hot minute. So all common sense would say the Panthers could pull this out because the defense is playing so well. They're running the ball, and that's how you beat Tom Brady. You play some solid defense and you run the ball and keep him off the field. So low scoring game, but I think Brady pulls it out in the end. He does something crazy, like he always does, and he pulls it out at the end. So I got the Bucks over the Panthers. And the necrophilia challenge will be the Chiefs over the Broncos.
The what?
That's the next game. Chiefs over Broncos.
No need to explain that. No.
Do I need to look up?
No need to explain that.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
What's the next one?
No. Next game.
The Chiefs will be performing the necrophilia challenge on the Broncos.
No. Next.
Because although the Broncos are dead.
Next.
Okay.
Next.
All right. Give me the Lions over the Bears.
Yeah, because Lions ready to rebound after what happened last week. Next.
They're gonna rebound. They still alive, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So they like, hey man, we coming for you. And so I see the Lions. If they decide to get in, the worst thing the Bears could do is try to get in a shootout with the Lions, because the Lions have the weapons to
and the Lions are home too.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Hold on, I got this gun, I got this crate of ammo. You want to get in the shootout? Let's do it. So I think the Lions win that game going away. Give me the Commanders over the Browns.
They need this victory because I'm gonna tell you something right now. I showed the Commander some love on the show a few weeks ago, and now if they lose to the Browns, I know what happened with the Giants. I get it. The 49ers are a great team. They lose to the Browns. The Commanders are disappointing me this year after what I just said 3 weeks ago on the show.
I don't think they lose to the Browns.
Well, they're always disappointing, but anyway.
I don't think they lose to the Browns. I think Taylor Heineke got a bad rap. Why you keep? What are you doing? I'm trying to talk, man.
Because of what Steve said. They always disappointing.
Yeah, I fire a shot. I don't care. They know they're not good. Okay, my bad, Pando. Hijack your picks, man.
The Commanders are actually a lot better than we thought they were going to be this year. The question is at quarterback, and I think Taylor Heineke got a bad rap last week. You're playing the number one defense in the league. You gon' get the ball taken from you. Period. You're gonna get the ball taken from you. If they go into that game with Carson Wentz, cancel Christmas. They're done. Okay. Because right now Ron Rivera is like on the fence about who he's gonna start. It's been
is he?
Yes, he's on the fence about who he's going to start this league. And
I'm
like, have you lost your ever-loving mind?
Steve, for some reason, there's a quarterback controversy at the end of the season. If you have quarterback controversy, that's supposed to be during the offseason and training camp and preseason, not the end of the season. You don't have quarterback controversy at the end of the season. Who does that? Who? For some odd reason. No, wait. For some odd reason, at the end of the season, the Washington Commanders have quarterback controversy. Only they would do something like that.
You're right.
If they lose to the Cleveland Browns,
dysfunction.
Thank you. Say it again, Pando.
Listen, man. It was just Christmas. Being around family warms my heart, but Washington dysfunction warms my heart even more, man. I love when they struggle internally.
And I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair.
I was being nice a few weeks ago.
I love seeing
Let me be fair.
I took off my Cowboys hat. I put on my NFL hat, and I was fair when I said what I said 3 weeks ago.
Let me be fair. Steve has a right to be hateful toward the Washington Commanders.
It warms me up, man.
Yeah, I get it, because when I have been warm and fuzzy all season because the Rams have been complete. So I have I
Oh
understand.
man.
I understand.
It's-
I completely understand.
Oh man, this is beautiful.
I completely understand.
Tis
So
the season. Sorry, go ahead.
so
Stressful.
basically, yeah, if the Commanders start Carson Wentz in this game, they're done. And it shouldn't even be under question.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna give you just one stat.
Triple
That
Six about to hit the pole tonight.
What somebody take his mic from him.
He need to log off.
I'm gonna give you one stat basically that shows why Taylor Heineke needs to be their quarterback going as far as however far they go. He needs to be their quarterback. It gives them the best chance to win. The
Okay.
49ers defense have held opponents under 17 points ever since they lost to Kansas City. So that's like about an 8 or 9 week stretch. Taylor Heineke was the first quarterback that actually put up more than 17 points on the 49ers defense.
Oh, that against the Eagles.
So that's why Taylor Heineke
Yeah.
needs to be the starter for the Commanders. They lost the game, sure, because again, that's the number one defense. You're not going to win, but the fact that he was able to do what he was doing against
Yeah, for
defense,
Yeah.
defense, he needs to be the starter. It shouldn't even be in question. Ron Rivera is lunacy for him to even be considering that.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz for what? For who? Why?
Man, QB's all mental, man. If someone's hot, they're performing well, efficient, you gotta keep playing them, man. Gotta keep playing them.
And
They
my
may not
thing
be
is,
winning,
Tyler
but you gotta
Heineke
keep playing people, man.
Tyler Heineke is way more mentally tough than Carson Wentz, man.
Oh,
Carson
absolutely.
Wentz don't need to be a starting quarterback anymore in the NFL.
You're right.
He's got moxie. He's really got moxie. He's
Thank
not
you.
the
Tyler
most
Heineke got
physically
moxie,
gifted.
man. Shoot.
He's not the most physically gifted, but he's definitely got moxie. So that's something that
And honestly, me and Trishan, we had this conversation one-on-one. And Trishan says, look, I would love to see Washington for 1 year tailor this offense around Tyler Heineke's strengths and just see what it looks like. If it's
Mhm.
if it is,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I feel like if Taylor Heineke starts, they can win this game against the Browns. They're at home.
Okay.
If Carson Wentz starts, cancel Christmas. They're done.
All right.
Stick
Who
a
you got
fork.
next?
Okay. There's a lot of pick'em games this last part. Give me the Jags over the Texans.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is a pick'em game, and here's why. There's nothing more dangerous than a man that ain't got nothing to lose.
Facts.
And this is a divisional game.
Yep.
The Houston Texans proved that against the Tennessee Titans last week. Now,
Sure
will they
did.
continue this? I don't know.
Oh,
But-
and against us 2 weeks. Sorry.
Yeah, they because that's a rivalry. That's an in-state rivalry game. Okay, the Houston Texans' first ever game was against the Dallas Cowboys. So they played. They gonna play
Yeah, I
Dallas.
remember
hard.
that one.
They're going to play the Jags hard because that's a division rival. They are
Yeah.
at home. If you have never been in NRG Stadium for a Houston Texans home game, it's loud enough.
Really?
Even in losing seasons, and they've had a lot of them, it's loud enough.
Really?
Okay.
Even then.
All right.
This divisional games, baby.
Okay.
So there's Houston does have a chance. Now Jacksonville, they desperate, they hungry. They like, wait a minute, we can. I think it's more not so much desperate. It's like, wait a minute, we really can do this thing. I think it's starting to come to them.
Yeah.
And they starting to realize, hey, wait, we don't
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let's keep going,
Yeah.
guys.
They're saying Trevor Lawrence is looking like what they thought he would be. They say he's really been
He's
impressing a lot of
rounded into
people.
form.
Coaching.
Yeah.
And
Urban Meyer's out. Doug Peterson's in.
Yeah.
coaching has a lot to do with it. Plus, he's
Yeah.
starting to, like they say in the MCU, when you're dealing with mutants or X-Men, his powers are starting to manifest.
Yeah. Yeah.
His mutant powers are starting to manifest now. So, but this could honestly, folks, I would watch this game if you just want to see a good game. They finna play. They gonna play.
Okay. I'm gonna watch that game. Okay.
And Jalen Pitre versus those Jags offense is gonna be interesting too.
Derek Stingley.
Yeah, Derek Stingley.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
That's
This is the
injured.
first time I've done this in a long time. Next game I'm talking about. This is a pick'em game, but this is the first time I'm gonna do this.
I know you don't. I know you are doing.
I'm actually picking the Niners to win against the Raiders.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And we finna lose that damn game. And here's why.
There you go. He's not hedging his bet today. He's like, I'm going, okay.
Here's why. Here's why.
Uh-oh.
Here's why.
Where's Pando's girl? Where's she at?
She
about to get you, boy. She
better come in here. I was in trouble last night for picking. It was last week for picking the Raiders to lose.
Using the doghouse last week, boy.
And so there's actually also that's the most expensive game this week, Eric. If you didn't know,
that's the what?
The most expensive game this week.
Yeah, I know it's very expensive because we were planning on going, but okay, that ain't the face phone emoji. That's her doing this. She doing that.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, the Niners, the Raiders are just bad, man.
So here's the thing. So we threw clowning. Let me explain my reason for that.
All right.
Okay. And this is a pick'em game. Okay. The Raiders are still trying to get in the playoffs. They are still alive. I don't know how, but they're still alive. Okay. They're at home. They're still alive. The 49ers kind of like, okay, they're settled into the three seed. Win, lose, or draw, they can't get no worse than the 3 seed. They'll never be worse than that. So it's like, what's the biggest problem that has plagued the Niners over the last 10 years? Give me one word. Starts with an I.
Injury reserve.
Injuries. You got some guys that are kind of going out there playing kind of hurt. You got some guys that you want to shelve. So I could see the Niners pulling a lot of starters, treating it like a preseason game almost, and keeping everybody healthy because, again, they could lose the next 2 games and still be the 3 seed. The only thing that the Niners have to play for is if Minnesota loses, but they're playing at the same time. So they got to go out there and play. Because if Minnesota loses, here's the thing. If the 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings have the same record, the Niners have a tiebreaker, and they can move up to the 2 seed.
And on the AFC side, for the Raiders to get in, they have to win out, and Miami has to lose out, and the Patriots, Jets, and Titans, Steelers cannot win another game.
So yeah, they in a world of hurt.
Yeah,
but they gonna still try. They gonna give it the old college try. So I'm picking the Niners just off of the sheer amount of talent that is on the roster, even in the backup roles. So I feel like the Niners are gonna win a low-scoring, ugly game against the Raiders because if Shanahan's smart, he's gonna pull a lot of guys. Now if they play all they start, the Niners play all their starters, cancel Christmas. It's about to be ugly. It's gonna be real ugly. Denzel Perriman's not playing for the Raiders. Chandler Jones is not playing for the Raiders. It could get real ugly. But I think that they're gonna pull a lot of their starters. So I think there's a chance that the Raiders could still win this. But if you put this roster with this roster, the Niners had a better roster. So I'm picking the Niners for that. But they can still drop it. Yeah.
If the 49ers beat the Raiders, you need to fly out. You need to fly to your girl and whatever.
I'm not flying out there to see her.
You need to fly out there.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm not. If the 49ers beat the Raiders, she gonna be mad. It's better I keep my.
They're gonna beat the Raiders.
I'm sorry. Mad. Okay, moving on.
You got next.
Hey.
All right, give me the Jets over the Seahawks. Yeah, Mike White is back starting.
That should be a pick'em game, in my opinion. That's gonna be.
Mike White is starting. I like Mike White. I do. I really like Mike White.
Who's the Jets playing?
The Seahawks. The Jets over the Seahawks.
Oh, Jets winning. That's not a picking game. Jets winning.
Yeah, that defense is first of all, Robert Saleh is familiar with the Seahawks from his days in San Francisco. So
Brandon, quick with it.
Brandon, you messy as hell.
Yeah, he is. You know that, yeah, man.
Comments up there, man. Get your ticket so she can beat me up because the Raiders.
No. You need to be on your knees begging like Keith Sweat, man.
What I got a big for? We got a better roster. We got a better team.
Hey, you better watch your words, boy.
Eric, finish your pick. Finish.
Thank you. I'm trying to finish. That's Brandon
I
being
know
all
you are, but I'm
Brandon being
trying to
messy
help-
as hell.
I'm trying to help you out.
Brandon being messy, man.
I'm trying to help you out. You need help.
Okay, moving on.
Call
What I was
1-800
saying,
Porsche Austin.
Robert Saleh,
Mm-hmm.
is familiar playing against the Seahawks from his days as defense coordinator in San Francisco. He's going to be able to scheme really well for them. Mike White gives them a good chance to win. Again, this is the same offense.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, stop. This is the same offense that the Jets are running that was running in San Francisco. So it's a quarterback-friendly offense. Mike White don't have to do a whole lot. They just need to establish the run with those plethora of mid-level backs that they have and just keep it going. The Seahawks defense is not good. It's not good.
Right.
They're not good against the run. Just keep it on the ground, play defense, silence the 12s, and the Jets can win this game. I see them winning the game with the coaching that they have. All right, moving on. This is another pick'em game. I got the Packers over the Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, the Packers are at home.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
They are in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Okay.
And now, here's a caveat to that, though. If Christian Watson is not playing, I don't know what's going to happen. That's the only thing. Because now Aaron Rodgers and Christian Watson have started to get a rapport and get some chemistry. And that's why the Packers are kind of dangerous this last part of the year. If they'd have had this chemistry early in the year, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
And you know what? The Vikings already clinched, so there's no urgency. So, and the Packers, they can still get in, and they want to get in. I can see that. Okay. And they're home. Okay.
You wasn't on last week, Steve, but I made this analogy because you was getting them tips from them old ladies. But basically,
These Lion fans.
I said if I didn't ate my lunch a couple of hours ago and you ain't ate in a couple of weeks, and there's a piece of chicken on the table and we on both ends of the table, I'm scared of you because you ain't ate in 2 weeks. You hungry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight you as hard. And right now, the Packers, they that man that ain't ate in 2 weeks. Yeah. The Vikings are like, well, I could eat, but I'm good.
I'm cool. They're like, no, yeah. I need this now.
Right. They need it. Yeah. They just want it. There's a difference between them needing it and them wanting it.
Oh, in fact.
So that's why I got the Packers, because the Packers are desperate. Aaron Rodgers is still a bad man. And LaFleur can coach pretty good sometimes. So so I like the sense of urgency. I got the Packers winning this. But the Vikings are just the luckiest damn team in the NFL. So that's why it's a pick 'em.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Crazy could happen.
They are.
And they can win that game. So give me the Chargers over the Rams because I mean,
enough said. Next.
Enough said. Okay. The Chargers, they just clinched. The Rams are still.
They might sit though. They might sit some folk. I mean, I gotta look at the seeding, but they may sit some folk, right? The Chargers.
The Chargers could sit some folks.
The Rams are trash.
You ain't got to convince me that the Rams are trash. I've been saying that since before the Super Bowl last year. But anyway, so Chargers over Rams. Give me the Ravens over the Steelers the second time for the sweep. I like the Ravens sweeping the Steelers. Okay.
Get your brooms out.
Yeah, because the Ravens are at home. I don't think they're gonna lose. They're not gonna lose in Baltimore.
It's really hard to lose. It's really hard to win in Baltimore if you're an opponent. Yeah,
exactly. So I just like the Ravens there. And then, oh boy, this last one.
This one right here, this last one.
Oh my Lord, this is definitely a pick 'em.
Potential.
Okay? This
AFC
is
championship.
Man, look here. I'm trying to tell you. This was a tough one. But I went with the road team. I went with the Bills over the Bengals.
Ooh.
Here's why. Here's why.
Watch game.
Here's why. You ready? Leo Collins is out for the season.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
The Bills have a plethora of no-name pass rushers who are good. They just don't have Von Miller anymore. But that pass rush is still just as effective.
They still have Ed Oliver.
Well, Ed Oliver's interior, but
he still gets to him.
But I'm talking about this. They have like Rousseau, another kid. They have depth in their pass rush. It wasn't just Von Miller. Like when they lost Von Miller, people was like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "No, y'all ain't been watching. They got a bunch of guys that can get to the quarterback
They
collectively."
rotate.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the one edge. The Bengals, another edge I can give the Bills over the Bengals is that secondary is finally getting healthy in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a healthy secondary. So you got guys that can actually cover Higgins and Boyd and Chase for the most part.
Oh,
Then
yeah,
you ain't
Davis,
gonna never
Jordan
ever
Poyer.
completely,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna never completely cover them three. But the pass rush is gonna get to Burrow. If I'm the Bengals, I gotta run the
Shaq
ball.
Lawson.
Yeah, I got
They
to
have
run the
Xavier
ball.
Rose on the bench.
Yeah. So I like the Bills solidifying their claim on the biggest, baddest hog at the trough in the AFC. The Bills are going to solidify it with this win because they're going to say, hey, this who we are. But
So-
the Bengals still going to give them hate, saying, hey, we
so,
still here.
So let me ask you guys this. So you think, you said the biggest and baddest, you think they're bigger and badder than KC? Offensively? Offensively.
No, as a team, yes, but not offensively.
Okay.
Agreed.
You can't. I mean, Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid with that calling it offense, and Pat Mahomes making off schedule plays like that.
Yeah.
Like Pat Mahomes makes off schedule plays that basically keep him upright.
Right. But the Bills got defense, man.
Josh Allen makes off schedule plays that could eventually get him injured.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
So they both got to cover they got to cover their asses this last few weeks so they can stay healthy. Okay. Because I mean, I'm serious. Like Josh Allen plays a reckless style of football. He makes great off-schedule plays, but that's gonna come back and bite him. I know he's big.
Listen, y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah, he's got to stop. I know he's big.
He's looking for contact, and it's gonna he's gonna find it.
That Ben Roethlisberger method ain't gonna work for too long, baby.
Andre Culpepper, Donovan McNabb, Steve McNair.
Okay, I'm big. Okay, they big too now. You know, like
that stuff works in high school. It works in college.
Yes.
Once you get to the pro, you might be able to get away with it for about 2 or 3 years. But I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna catch up to you, and all three of us have seen it time in and time out.
Prime example, Kyler Murray. I'm fast. They fast too, Kyler. Because that's what he relied on all through high school at Allen High School.
And he juked his own knee out.
Yeah. Trying to juke somebody, blew his own knee out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I mean, so that's my concern with Josh Allen is he's got to make off-schedule plays like Pat Mahomes, but make safe off-schedule plays. That's the thing. Pat Mahomes makes off-schedule stuff, and it's like, what the hell? How did he do that?
And
you know, you're like
he slides.
Yeah. He's a baseball player. He knows how to slide. But I'm talking about he scrambles and then let me flick this over here. And there's Jerick McKinnon over there. You know, so or there's Travis Kelce over there. And they're like, I'm gonna side on this underhanded, something like that. You know. So, but those plays keep him upright and healthy. Josh Allen, my concern with Josh Allen is his inability to stay. I'm scared he's going to get hurt, and I don't want to see that. I want to see these three. This is a fatal three-way match,
it
right?
Really is.
You're talking about the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Bills.
You're right. Because the Bills haven't been this relevant in a long time until he got there.
Yeah, the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Bills. Oh my God! I mean that. You know, it's Bengals and Chiefs and Bills. Oh my! You know, hey man, that top part of that AFC is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That top part of that AFC is just ridiculous, damn ridiculous. So yeah, but those are my picks to recap. I got Cowboys over Titans. I got Falcons over Cards, Pats over Fins, Eagles over Saints, Giants over Colts, Bucks over Panthers, Chiefs over Broncos, Necrophilia Challenge, Lions over Bears, Commanders over Browns, Jags over Texans, Niners over Raiders, Jets over Seahawks, Packers over Vikings, Chargers over Rams, Ravens over Steelers, and Bills over Bengals.
Good picks.
That's my picks. Remember
to
and subscribe. Like and subscribe. So it helps the algorithm. It helps get it out there. Tell your friends about the show because we are just a fan and we know you just fans too. But We are the with the two E's at the end. Just a fan
Fan
podcast.
podcast.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Like you said, please hit the like button for our algorithm so that way we get some more views. Subscribe. When you also subscribe, please hit the notification bell to all so that way you get all the notifications when we go live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Technically 9:05, 9:10, but whatever. We're currently live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also listen to us on Google, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. I am quarter host, Wildcat quarterback, Coach Williams, NFL Encyclopedia. That direction. The middle linebacker, the Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Patrick Willis, DeVar Ballman, Siouxland High School, baby. Middle linebacker, Pando 316.
Oh yeah, he did go there.
Down below, Steve White, 666, wide receiver, Morgan State University.
No one's ever
And
called
the
me Triple
closest
Six.
person on this podcast to make it to the NFL, wide receiver, baby. I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all don't know.
We apologize for Tristan leaving. He had to go and log in as his DJ name, DJ Thickums. And then he transitions to the pole where he becomes Jamaican God. I can't do it like he do it. He get more tips than I ever could. So, but maybe we'll get Tristan back. All NFC teams in the playoff, man. That's a good one. Why you didn't post that one?
Because it just came up like 2 minutes ago, and I was talking.
No, I think it'll be 3.
Yeah, because right now, Washington, if you guys lose to Cleveland, that could be it for y'all. That could be it for y'all. But we'll see. All right. Anyway, good night, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thank you. Peace and good night.